everyone. So this is the last lecture of your chapter cell. Yeah, so let's begin it. Today we are going to see that what is the vacuole. So let's see first it. So vacuole are what? They are the membrane-bound organelles that is found in the cell of plants. Okay, fungi and some protist we can say, as well as certain animals also, and the bacterial cells. Means आपके ये कहाँ पे found होते हैं? They are the membrane bound organelles which is found in the cell of plant, fungi, some plants we can some protists we can say, the as well as certain we can say that animal and the bacterial cell also. They are essentially storage sacs within the cytoplasm that perform the various function including the. So what happens? They are like the storage sacs within the cytoplasm. Okay. So what they do? They perform the various function perform karte hain, like the storage. We can say maintenance of sugar pressure, digestion, detoxification, pH regulation, and pigment storage. So all we were going to see these all the points. वो storage भी करते थे. Vacuoles क्या करते थे? Store the nutrients. वाटर्स हो गए, आयंस हो गए, वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स हो गया, मेंटेनेंस ऑफ sugar pressure and plants सिर्फ सेंट्रल वैक्यूल जो होता है हैज टू मेंटेन rigidity by the absorbing the water and exerting the pressure against the cell wall. And if it's the digestion अगर हम देखें तो सेम आपके जो वैक्यूल्स होते हैं what they do contains the enzymes to break down the macromolecules into the simpler आपका similar to like what lysosome in animal cells में जैसे होता था. अब अगर हम बात करें detoxification, इसमें क्या होता है? What they do, they can isolate the harmful substance to protect the cell. है ना, सेल को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए what they do, they isolate करते हैं harmful substance को जो भी सेल के अंदर inside the cell जो भी means any आपका harmful substance which is present inside the cell. What they do to isolate it? The pH regulation vacuole has to maintain the proper pH by sequestering the excess protons. And the pigment storage, if we say, so in some cells में क्या होता है? Vacuoles contain the pigment that gives color. कुछ ऐसे भी पिगमेंट आपके होते हैं, मीन्स वी कैन से there are some cells also like flowers or petals in which the vacuole gives them the color pigments with them. Now we have seen all about the vacuole. Now we will going to see the types of vacuole. Vacuole के भी क्या होते हैं? Types होते हैं. Central vacuole we will see. वो किस में होते हैं? Present inside the plant cell. It is large and it occupy what? Most of the cell volume. Then contrasubtle vacuole. In some protists, what happens like paramecium, it expels its excess water to maintain the osmotic balance. And if we see a food vacuole, so what it do? It stores and digest the nutrients found in the phagocyte cells. And storage vacuole, what happens? It holds the results of the proteins, fats and the carbohydrate. Meaning जो भी हमारे आपके जो molecules हो सकते हैं, are the substance which is present inside the cell. It is contained in the storage vacuole. So vacuole are dynamic structure that can change in size and the function depending on their function. This is the wall. This is the diagram or the picture of the cell. So. No, sorry. This is the diagram and the picture of the vacuole. Okay. So this is what ये जो है ना, this is the cell wall, outer part जो है, this is the cell wall, cytoplasm, then the cell membrane, vacuole, cell sap, and tonoplast. Now you were thinking, yeah, there is also one thing I want to tell you, that what is the tonoplast? Tonoplast is a layer. It is a membrane bound structure होता है, means vacuole के, we can say that around the vacuole, the bounding layer, the membrane bound structure होता है, that layer is known as the tonoplast, which is covering the what? Vacuole. Now up to vacuole, what we have done, we have seen all about the animal and the plant cell. हमने पूरा cover क्या कर लिया? Cell को हमने पूरा cover कर लिया. We have covered up the cell. So now we are going to differentiate between the animal cell and the plant cell. So let's start. are going to differentiate them. Now cell wall. If we see the cell wall, अगर हम देखें तो cell wall क्या, it is absent in the animal cell. Animal cell में मैंने देखा था कि cell wall जो होती है वो नहीं present होती, it is absent. In plant cell में present होती है. Plasma membrane it is present in both plant and animal cell. ये दोनों में present होती है. लाइसोसोम अगर हम देखें तो लाइसोसोम जो होते हैं अकर इन साइटोप्लाज्म, वो भी किसमें, एनिमल सेल्स में. तो क्या होता है आपका जो लाइसोसोम्स होते हैं दे आर अकर इन दी व्हाट, cytoplasm. Then if we see the lysosome usually not absent. Plant cells में वो present नहीं होते. If it is the nucleus, it is present in center. Animal cells में क्या होता है, animal cells जो होते हैं ना, in that the nucleus is present in the center, but in the plant cell it is present in periphery. Means side by side. वो side में present होता है, not in the center. अगर हम बात करें क्लोरोप्लास्ट, तो एनिमल सेल्स डोंट हैव द क्लोरोप्लास्ट. क्यों नहीं होता, क्योंकि बिकॉज क्लोरोप्लास्ट कंटेन्स द ग्रीन पिगमेंट, बट एनिमल सेल्स में ये प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है बिकॉज दे आर द हेटेरोट्रोप्स होते हैं, क्योंकि वो अपना फूड खुद नहीं बनाते. प्लांट सेल्स हैव द क्लोरोप्लास्ट बिकॉज दे मेक देयर ओन फूड. सिंपली भाई ये बात आपकी. And cytoplasm if we see, so cytoplasm is present in both the animal cell also and the plant cell also. Endoplasmic reticulum आपका rough भी and smooth present in animal cell and in the plant cell also. Then if we see the ribosomes, it is also present in आपका animal cell में and the plant cell. अगर हम vacuole की बात करें ना, animal cell में क्या होता है, one or more small vacuoles present होते हैं animal cell की अगर बात करें. If we talk about the plant cell, तो one large central vacuole होगा can occupy up to the 90% of the cell wall. There will be what happened, plant cell में क्या होता है, there is the large, एक large आपका बड़ा सा central vacuole होता है which occupy up to 90% of the cell volume. Now centrioles almost present आपका, almost present all the animal cells में which is associated with this spindle formation during cell division. These centrioles we will see in the cell division, okay. So it is present in the animal cell. तो आपका किसका associated with the spindle formation during the cell division. Only present in lower plant forms. Golgi apparatus it is present in the animal cell. जो हमारा plant cell है ना, उसमें भी present होती है Golgi apparatus. It is also present in the plant cell. But इसका name Golgi apparatus नहीं होता. What's its name? Its name is dictosomes. Dictosomes. So we have differentiated both the plant and the animal cell. This is the your diagram. ये plant cell है and this is the animal cell. Now we are going to see what now we are going to see the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Okay, so let's see. Prokaryotes क्या होते हैं? They are the unicellular organisms. Yeah, they are the unicellular organism which lacks the nucleus, membrane-bound nucleus. That lack a membrane-bound nucleus and the other membrane-bound organelles. So they are characterized by their simple cell structure and are divided होते हैं into two domains में, bacteria and the archaea. So features of prokaryotes. What are they? No true nucleus. इसमें nucleus present नहीं होता. Their genetic material जो DNA is found in a region called the nucleoid, which is not enclosed by a nuclear membrane. Means what happened? यहाँ पे क्या होता है, जो DNA होता है, it is not enclosed by the your आपका we can say that nucleus से, है ना? It is only it is not enclosed by the nucleus. So we can say that it is a nucleoid, which is not enclosed by a nuclear membrane. No membrane-bound organelles. Yeah, prokaryote lack the mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and ER. Means the membrane is also not bound with the organelles. इसमें organelles भी present इतनी नहीं होती है. Like the prokaryotes, what happened? They lack the mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and the Golgi apparatus. Now, if we see the smaller and the simplest structure, हम देखें typically smaller 1 to 5 micrometer होता than eukaryote cells. अगर cell wall के अगर हमें if we see about the cell wall, so most have a rigid cell wall होती है composition which varies bacteria have the peptidoglycan we have seen, and the archaea had different polysaccharides. Reproduction if we see, तो मेनली बाय बाइनरी फ्यूजन होता है, एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है इसमें. अब आपका बात होती है अबाउट दी व्हाट राइबोसोम्स हैव दी 70 एज राइबोसोम्स. इसमें 70 एज राइबोसोम होते हैं इन दी प्रोकैरियोट्स वी हैव ऑल नोन. देन फ्लेगला एंड दी पिली. Some आपके होते हैं फ्लैगला फॉर द मूवमेंट एंड द पिली फॉर द अटैचमेंट और डीएनए ट्रांसफर. मेटाबॉलिक डाइवर्सिटी if we see, that is what can be autotropic हो सकते हैं, photosynthetic और chemosynthetic और heterotropic. अब इसके कुछ एग्जांपल्स भी होते हैं. We have the examples of the prokaryotes. Bacteria, Escherichia coli, E. coli, Streptococcus, okay, and kind of bacteria. Then photosynthesis. Archaea we have the methanol genes produce methane. It produce what? Methane produce करता है. Halophils and thermophils. जो prokaryotics होते हैं ना, what are they? Are among the most abundant and the diverse life forms on the earth, thriving in nearly every habitat, including extreme environment also. So this is the diagram of the prokaryotic cell. Okay, you can see this. This is the cell wall. Plasma membrane, nucleoid. Then this is the what? Cytoplasm है ये पूरा आपका. This is the ribosomes and flagellum. So अभी तक हमने देखा था it was all about what prokaryotes. Now we are going to see about the eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are the organisms whose cells contain a nucleus and other membrane bound organelles. Okay, they represented one of the three major domains होते हैं of the life along with the bacteria and archaea. तो जो हमारे यूकैरियोट्स जो होते हैं ना, दे कंटेन न्यूक्लियस भी होता है एंड द अदर मेम्ब्रेन bound organelle. The key feature of the eukaryotic cell, it has the nucleus contain the cell का genetic आपका जो मटेरियल होता है and close the nuclear membrane DNA allows for more complex gen regulation compared to prokaryotes. Then if we see the membrane bound organelles, इसमें mitochondria है, ER it is present, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes and peroxisomes, chloroplast. Okay. Sorry. Then cytoskeleton if we see. The cytoskeleton is what? A network of microtubules हो गया, microfilament and the intermediate filament which provides the structure and support any animal cell movement. Then we have the complex cell का division होता है. Eukaryotic divides the mitosis for the growth and repair and the meiosis for the sexual reproduction. Now if we see the linear chromosome अगर हम देखें तो उसमें क्या होता है, DNA जो होता है is organized into the multiple linear chromosomes. Larger cell size इसमें कितनी होती है, 10 to 100 micrometer in diameter, much larger than the prokaryotic cells से ज़्यादा ही होती है. इसके भी examples होते हैं the protist, amoebas, algae. In the fungi we have the yeast, mushrooms, plants, trees, flowers, and we have your what? We have the animals in the humans, insects. अब इसका हम अगर देखें evolutionary significance, eukaryote जो होता है believed to have the evolved the prokaryotic ancestors आए होते हैं around 1.8 to 2 billion years ago. Means इतने पुराने हैं वो. या eukaryotic जो होते हैं believed है कि they are evolved from what? Prokaryotes से around 1.8 to 2 billion years ago. So this was all about what eukaryotic cells. Now let's see its table. ये हमारा यूकैरियोटिक सेल है. इट हैज द ईयर जो है इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू टाइप्स. RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the SCR means smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This one, okay, RER and the SCR. Now this is the what? Peroxisome, mitochondria, then vacuole, Golgi apparatus, this one, nuclear envelope, chromatin, DNA, nucleoplasm, it is also present, and this is the nucleolus. ये क्या है? Cell plasma membrane. Then this is the ribosome, intermediate filament, cytoplasm, ये पूरा cytoplasm ही है. Microtubules, lysosomes, and the microfilament. So this is all about what? Eukaryotic cell. So we have seen about the prokaryotic cell also and the eukaryotic cell also. Now we are going to see ये जो है the cell division. It is the last topic of this chapter. Listen it carefully. Cell division में क्या होता है? अब हमने उनको बात करी थी सेल डिविजन में क्या होता है, सेल डिवाइड होती है. तो इसमें क्या है, इट्स अ प्रोसेस बाय व्हिच अ पेरेंट सेल, एक पेरेंट सेल जो होती है डिवाइड्स इनटू 2 और मोर डॉटर सेल्स. इट इज एसेंशियल फॉर ग्रोथ के लिए, रिपेयर, रिप्रोडक्शन एंड मेंटेनेंस ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स. या तो इसमें क्या होता है, एक हमारी पेरेंट सेल होती है. व्हाट हैपेंस, द पेरेंट सेल डिवाइड्स 2 और मोर डॉटर सेल्स में वो डिवाइड करती है जो एसेंशियल है. इट इज एसेंशियल फॉर द ग्रोथ का, रिपेयर, रिप्रोडक्शन करने के लिए एंड द मेंटेनेंस ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म. इफ वी सी अब ये डॉटर सेल क्यों हो रही है, किसी को लगेगा कि यहाँ पे बॉय सेल क्यों नहीं है. व्हाई? क्योंकि ऐसा माना जाता है, इट इज सेड दैट जो वुमेन्स होती है, दे हैव द पावर, they have the power to give the birth to the babies. So that's why what happens that we have said that here is the what daughter cell. अब हमने डिवाइड किया है सेल डिवीजन में. इट इज अबाउट द टू टाइप्स. टू मेन टाइप्स ऑफ सेल डिवीजन आर व्हाट? Mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis में क्या होता है, produces two genetically identical daughter cells used for growth, repair. Yeah, mitosis में क्या होता है, produces the what? Two genetically identical daughter cells होते हैं ना, वो प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, which is used for the growth, repair and asexual होता है ना, reproduction उसके लिए, which is occur in the somatic body cells. Now if we see the meiosis, which produces the 4 genetically diverse gametes, sperm, egg with half the chromosomes. So if we see the meiosis, इसमें क्या होता है, 4 genetically diverse gamete प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. या गैमेट्स किसमें आता है हमारा, मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन में. अगर हम फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन की बात करते हैं तो उसमें हमारा आता है ओवम आता है ना, ओवम उनका होता है. इसमें हम लोग अगर देखें गैमेट्स में हमारा आगे स्पर्म, उसमें होता है एग विद हाफ आपका क्रोमोसोम यूज फॉर द सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन, 2 राउंड्स ऑफ डिवीजन. अगर हम इसकी बात करें तो की स्टेप्स इन बोथ प्रोसेस में क्या होता है, डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन होता है before division, chromosome separation and the cytokinesis. Okay, so ये जो था, it was all about the cell division. Now today we have covered our chapter cell. So I hope that this whole chapter, from the start of the lecture, from the start of the beginning of this chapter of that lecture and this is the end of this chapter, I hope ये आपको पूरा understood होगा, आपको पूरा समझ में आया होगा. So please revise the whole chapter and please practice the question. We will meet in the next time. Okay, we will meet. So bye, and we have completed our chapter today. Okay, so bye, take care.